Hello, Duranis here and welcome back to Modded Minecraft, and today you may notice I've grown some wings, woohoo! So these are really cool and I absolutely love them. Basically they are from, what are they from? I think it's Extra Utilities. Where's my baubles? And yeah, so the angel ring from Extra Utilities, and it used the Everstar and the unstable ingots that you get from the division signal, and they are absolutely amazing. They look really cool, and they also give you basically creative mode flight. That's the right button there. So really cool. Apparently they usually hunger up really quickly, but I haven't noticed that myself yet. Also made the builder's wand, which was the whole reason for killing the wither in the first place, because I really wanted that. It just makes this a lot quicker. So yeah, today, first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do most of it off camera, is basically put floors in on this building. Because I want to start moving my machines in here. I want to get a decent power supply set up. I think I'm going to put a big reactor in here. It's not going to be a massive one at the moment. It's just going to be something just to power like ore processor machines and sort of workshop and things like that. I do want to get into big reactors later on and do the turbines and get some really big power production going on. And I was trying to hold off using them, but to be honest, I don't want to faff around with lots of the little generators, because you need a ton of them just to get a reasonable amount of power, whereas I can create a small big reactor and get the same output as sort of 10-15 generators. So it's a little bit more server friendly as well. So yeah, if you've not seen the builder's one before, basically what it will do is it lets you put down 9 blocks at a time. So when you're doing stuff like this, it's really quick. So I put all of these in by hand, and it took about half an hour maybe. If I'd done it with this builder's wand, I could probably have the whole thing done in sort of 10-15 minutes, if that. So yeah, really cool. I'm gonna do this, like I said, so I'm gonna do that off camera, and I think when I come back we'll start planning out what each of these floors are going to be for the moment. And later on I will pretty this up as well, put some windows in, put some doors in and stuff, but I just want to get all the machines in here for now so we can get out of that hole. So yeah, let me do this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I haven't put a roof on this yet. I'm not too sure how I'm going to do it, because I have a plan for the roof, but I just don't want to build it just yet, so I might just put it flat across just using these cobblestone chiseled blocks just for the moment. But first set of flooring is in, and what I'm actually going to do is have a double floor. So there's a floor at this level, then I'm going to have 2 blocks up like that, and then the floor at this level. So that's where the floor is actually going to be, and that should give us 13 blocks high to build and play with. And the reason for that is that then I've got 2 blocks underneath the floor that I can run all the cables and pipe work and stuff like that, and it doesn't have to all be up over the top, which is pretty cool, and I've done that before. So I'm still not sure exactly what blocks I'm going to use for the floor. I'm going to have a look through and see if I can come up with something that looks pretty cool, but might just maybe even just use chiseled cobblestone for the moment, and then I can always swap it out later. So yeah, we've got elevators in, so that's this floor, and this one, and this one, and I think that's it. I thought there was another one underneath. No, this one down here, I haven't put an elevator in yet. This is actually like where the side of the mountain is, and I've not cleared that out. At some point I'm going to clear this out, and then I'm going to have on that side over there like an entranceway in a tunnel going down underground, so it goes into the mountain. And I want to have like tunnels and buildings and that in the mountain, so it's all sort of connected up, which I think would look pretty cool. So yeah, that's about it for now. I'm going to start moving stuff across and setting things up here, and I think I'll be back when I've got a few more bits ready to go. So welcome back. I've been hard at work. I've got all the floors in over there. It's not going to be the final flooring I'm going to put in. I've actually got a few ideas for what I want to do, but I just need to pick the types of blocks that I want, and you'll see that in a second anyway. And I've also been making a whole ton of stuff for the big reactor here. So we've got the tank with resonant ender in, and you can use thermal expansion machines to do that, but you can also just use the smeltery, which is actually a lot easier, because you can just chuck all the ender pearls in there, and then you can pipe them straight out into the tank, so you don't need the fluid transposer as well. So it's just a bit quicker to set up. and we have the all of the parts here, hopefully to make the big reactor. And I just saw 4 actually put a video up between me recording that first part and recording this part, and he's actually set up a big reactor as well. And he's actually using a programmable RedNet controller to control the tank, the reactor, which is actually a really cool way to do it. But I'm going to actually use a computer program just because I like to have visual feedback on the front. But I was just having a look at his latest video just to see how he did it as well, because it's a lot simpler and less resources. The computers use quite a bit of gold, but I'm not really using the gold for anything else. So yeah, this is a floor on this level, which is way too busy for my liking, to be honest. It looks too messy. For these ones I use this floor, which I actually quite like, so I might use this block in here, but I'm going to have more stuff to break it up, and then on the top I've just done the same. So yeah, this is basically the layout I'm going to have for the reactor. So it's got a 5 cores inside, and then we've got 2 spaces between the cores and the outside, and that should cool it down a bit more. I think the optimal for max efficiency is to have 4 spaces between the outside of the reactor and the core, but that's just going to make it too big. And I could, if I wanted to, I'm not overly worried about efficiency at the moment, so I could also add more cores in here. So if I need more power, I can add more cores, and I can also go upwards as well. But this should be more than sufficient for what I need at the moment. Haven't actually tested this design. I don't know how good it's going to be, so might need a bit of tweaking. So yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to quickly clear this cobble out, and then we'll start building it. Okay, so we're back. That didn't actually take very long, but just left some markers there so I know where to build. I could have actually done my builders one. That would have made this a little bit quicker. But no worries. Let's just fill this in. And just using the solid walls for the bottom and for the corners. And then I'm going to use glass for the edges. Nope. We want that one. Thank you. Yeah, it's the only problem with the inventory tweaks. Sometimes it doesn't select the exact same block. You get that especially with the chisel blocks, because it sees them more or less as the same, I think. So how high did I go? It was too high plus the ceiling. So let's quickly fill this in. And yeah, I could probably make it smaller, and it probably wouldn't make a lot of difference. I haven't spent a lot of time messing around with these, but yeah, from what I've read, the more space, up to 4 blocks you got from the edge, the more efficient it is. I could probably do with it being a bit less efficient, and then we're going to get more waste product, and then you can use that to make the turbines, which we're going to get into later. But this should do for now, and we'll see how it goes. So we're going to put the control rods in the middle, and we're having it too high. So just like that. Nope, not there. And I knew that was going to happen. So we've got them like that, and then the control rods on the top. I actually said control rods before, they're the fuel rods. So that's like that. And then for some reason they're called ender tanks, but the big reactor glass along there and along here. And I'm not sure where I'm going to put the inputs and outputs. I might have the fuel going in the back, because eventually I'm just going to have it piped in and piped out and have it sent to be reprocessed automatically, but maybe I'll just put it on the side for the moment. How did you get there? That's really strange. Oh, I've already put glass in there. Okay, couldn't see it. Brilliant. So let's just put it along here, and I'll swap these out in a second for the other blocks that we're going to be using. So we have the reactor controller, the input and output, the computer port, and 2 power taps. We're going to put 1 power tap here, and the other one over here. Excellent. And the reason I'm doing two is because I'm going to have one cube on one side and one on the other. And one's going to be just for sort of base power, and the other one is going to be for sort of mining and stuff like that. So I want to have 1 cube's worth there just for processing, so that should never get used up by the processing process, but it might get used up by the miner. So at least then, if one of them drains, the other one should still be full, so we should be good there. And on the front, we want, let's just put the, I need to set this pick back to normal. There we go. And then the glass, no, we don't want the glass, we want one of them there. We'll put one of them over here. And we want the controller in here, I think. And then up here we want the... Did I get that? Yeah. We want the computer port. Excellent. So now what I need to do is just fill this in with the resonant ender. So I'm going to do that. I think I'm probably going to do that off camera because this is sort of taking quite a while just to put together, and I'll come back when I'm about to finish it off. Okay, so this is all filled in now. You don't actually have to have so many source blocks. Basically, just have to have it next to the fuel rods, and then wherever it's going outwards from there. So these bits here, you can just fill in with this glass if you really wanted to, but doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if it's flowing as well, but I just wanted to sort of fill it in just for looks more than anything else. So let's just fill this out with the glass. It shouldn't take a few seconds here. And I'm quite interested to see sort of the efficiency on this and how much power it's putting out. I'm guessing it's going to put out maybe about 4K, and the efficiency should be pretty good. Excellent. So there we go. And let's set this one to the output, and let's just chuck some fuel in here. Okay, yeah, visual glitch. Is that there? Yep, okay, it's got fuel, and let's just turn it on, and let's see what it hits. So efficiency's not too bad. I've made ones that are more efficient than this, but the power is actually a little bit higher than what I was expecting. What's that going up to? Yeah, so it'll probably top out about 5,800, which isn't too bad. That should do just fine for what I need it for at the moment. Yeah, efficiency's okay. I normally use the gelid cryophium, but it's basically a pain to make. I haven't seen anywheres where blizzes spawn on this server yet, and manually making the blizz powder is kind of a pain, so I don't really want to do that at the moment. Let's turn that off for a second, deactivate, and let's set our computer up. So I've already got the program on here, and what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description to where I got this program from. I can't actually remember the guy's name at the moment, but it looks like a pretty good program. I've not used it before, so we'll see how it goes. We should just have our monitors set up like so. I think it's a 4x3. Maybe we need another set of monitors on the top. And are you running? Yes. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it's showing here the rods. It shows the depth of the rods, so they're all at 100% at the moment, so it's at full power. Warnings, online high power mode, shows the amount of fuel in there, temperature, how much RF it's got stored, although that doesn't appear to give, oh yeah, it won't be going up because it should be charging these guys, so that should be at 0. Yep, excellent. So yeah, that's really cool. Shows you the amount of fuel you've got, the amount of waste you've got. So yeah, I really like that. I'm wondering if it actually does need to be 4 high. Let's try taking these top ones off and see if it still runs. No, but it's cutting off the warnings, so... Oh. Must remember that's there. So yeah, let's put this back on. Eventually I might make this reactor taller anyway, so that will sort of fit in a bit more, and we'll build something around it so it looks cool. But yeah, I really like that program. That's really, really cool. So yeah, definitely I'll put a link in there, and if you're getting into big reactors and you've got Computercraft, check it out, because it's really, really useful. So we should see, once these fill up and it starts filling up its internal buffer, it will automatically put the depth of the control rods down, so it's not using as much fuel. So yeah, I really like that. I think that's maybe about it for now. What I'm going to do between now and the next episode is set up a bunch of machines for ore processing, because I want to get ore processing set up next. Maybe get a couple of Tesseracts made so we can remotely transfer the power, so I don't have to have cables everywhere. And I think we'll also get a Digiminer set up, just so we can get some automatic mining done. And it just saves me having to go manually mining for materials between episodes. So yeah, I hope you liked the episode, and if you did, definitely check out the guy who made this. It's a really, really cool program. And yeah, see you next time. So take care. Bye-bye.